Well, we're waiting for the AMLAC, the MAMLC, to file a freeze order on Martin Romualdez. We already endorsed a complaint to them. We're waiting for the Romualdez case to start rolling, or the Romualdez cases to start rolling. And the first case would be about money laundering.
Hello po, Ombudsman Job Manat from ABS-CBN. Tomorrow po mag-a-appear tayo dun sa House Justice Panel. Kompleto na po ba yung documents natin o yung salin po ni VP Sara for tomorrow? And ano po yung mga naging challenges siguro natin in securing the documents kung meron na?
Institutional yan eh. It's something that the office does as a matter of duty. And we will just go there to be able to answer the questions regarding her SALN and provide them with a copy of the SALN, since it is also our constitutional duty. So, it's institutional, and I will not be the one to answer those questions. It is the people who keep track of the records. Okay? No more?
Evan Alvarez po from UNTV. Ombudsman, kanina po nag-testify po yung from DPWH kanina sa Sandigan Bayan. Nabanggit po na si Jose Cabral daw po yung allegedly nag-uutos kung sino po yung mga ilalagay na proponent doon sa database ng infra projects. May update po ba tayo kung saan po yung Cabral files na tinurn over po dito sa Ombudsman? May mga ganun po ba indication na siya daw po yung...
Actually, we cannot anymore talk about her in the same light because she's not here anymore to defend herself or to answer questions regarding her work. That's why I don't think that Cabral files would even be relevant here in that sense. I cannot speak about her, except probably when we form theories of other cases, then she will come back because she was used for planning. She will come back as relevant again. But as far as statements about her, I cannot comment on that.
Pero sir, kung sabi yung usan yung Cabral files na tinurn over ko dito?
We studied it, but meron pa tayong findings. No?
Yes, sir. Meron naman. Pero in conjunction with all the other...
Yeah. In conjunction with the others, we did it through AI also. Binasa rin namin through AI. And there were some findings that we treated as leads to the other investigations.
Ombudsman, pagyan ko natin. Sir, yung kay Sandy ko, yung pagkakahuli sa kanya, paano po ito makaka-apekto ngayon sa ongoing investigation ninyo? And if mapapalik na mo siya dito ang limbawa,
remember, he's still a fugitive from justice technically until he comes back to our jurisdiction. He's still a fugitive from justice, and fugitives from justice have no rights, no right to defend themselves when they're in court, when there are cases against them, unless they submit to the jurisdiction of the court. And the only effect would be he will be under the jurisdiction of the court, and he can lawyer up. That's about what it amounts to. Diba? Magkukuha siya ng abogado, then they will start putting forward some defenses.
at ipatatawag nyo rin siya, Ombudsman?
Yes, there are still ongoing investigations. Since he is already if he is already under our jurisdiction, we will subpoena him to come over to explain matters under investigation, still under investigation in this office.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, pwede po ba maging state witness si Ramil Madriaga sa Ombudsman's proceedings sa malversation charges against past President Sara?
Actually, I have not followed Ramil Madriaga's statement, honestly. I have not been very particular about that. I have not been following the impeachment proceedings too much, except for the fact that we have to supply them with documents. Because impeachment is another function under the Constitution which we respect, and which we know that it is the province of the Congress and the Senate, the House of Representatives and the Senate, to go through with the impeachment proceedings. So we don't really interfere with those things.
Next question, sir. Nakuha niyo po ba yung mga SALN ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa Mindanao from 2007 na hinihingi ko ng House?
Well, I guess that the documents in our possession will be the best evidence, and it's better that we just present it tomorrow first, before we present anything here. Let's just give due respect to the House on this matter. Kung ano man ang sasabihin bukas, yun. Diba?
Sir? Hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Gilas Kapatid, Jamay News Online. Just like to ask for an update on Attorney Ryan Kilala. I understand he's assistant prosecutor here.
Yes.
Nabanggit po kasi yun ni Ramil Madriaga.
Yes.
Sa affidavit niya, na-mention po kasi ni EO na
We are
may focus order.
we're reconstituting the IAB, and it will be a matter for the IAB to take up, the Internal Affairs Bureau, or board, Internal Affairs Board. So, bahala na ang IAB to have that. Motu proprio, they can actually take up the case of Mr. Kilala.
Sir, nag-ano ba siya? Kasi may shock, I understand may shokus order. Nag-reply ba siya dun sa shokus order?
I think he replied already.
Pero sir, when can we expect resolution?
Well, we'll just wait for the... Kasi we are reconstituting the IAB na. So we'll just wait for the time when the IAB starts hearing it, and after it's render judgment, then we can tell you about it. But whatever happens internally in the Internal Affairs Bureau will still have to be under wraps to protect people who are there.
Pero sir, he's not suspended or sanctioned. So,
Not yet. Wala pa naman. But of course, we are noting the statements made as to his actions, and we will just ask him to elucidate on that later on. I think he has already explained himself through an affidavit, through a counter affidavit, so we'll see.
sir, having heard that, na nabanggit yung ombudsman dun sa recipients allegedly na confidential fund, did you issue a reminder or is there a need to issue reminders to prosecutors about being involved in these things?
I don't think it's necessary. Everybody here knows our duty and what's legal and what's illegal. We are trying to look at the records of the CCTVs, if they're still existing. They're still trying to review it. We're doing our own thing here to check the veracity of the statements of Mr. Madriaga.
Sir Cabal, back na ako kay Zaldi ko, sir. Do you have information if he is detained in Czech Republic or anywhere else in Europe?
I think
Ano
he's.
po ba kayo information?
I think the Czech Republic and the European Commission will be the one to take care of it because it's a violation of their local law, the law of the union. That's why an immigration violation there resonates all throughout the different member states of the European Union.
Given na yun nga, wala naman siya.
I think that the executive department will be. I was told that they will be sending a delegation there to coordinate with the Czech authorities and of course with the EU on this matter.
At this point, sir, kailangan ba yung mga statements ni Zaldico for a successful prosecution, blood control cases?
Well,
Not necessarily-
jurisdiction over his body, over his person, is what we really want to happen, so that we can actually make a very good hearing out of it, so that he can defend himself, and so that the justices who are hearing the cases will be able to render the proper judgment. Yung mahalaga yun eh. Mahalaga sa akin, mag-due process, mapangalagaan yung karapatan ng bawat isa. Basta accused naman, hindi naman presumed guilty yan. Eh. Di ba? Ano pa rin yan? Meron pa rin presumption of innocence. Kaya lang, kailangan sagutin na yung mga tanong. Hindi naman na kailangan mangyari. Akusado siya.
But sir, in the event na yun nga, kung hindi siya magpakita o hindi siya...
Yun nga yung inintay natin. Kasi nga, ano to eh, no? Itong pagkahuli sa kanya ay kinakailangan ma-convert natin into our jurisdiction yung kanyang tao. Yung kanyang pagkatao makuha natin dito. Yung kanyang status as a fugitive ay mapalitan na within our jurisdiction na. That's the first thing that we are concerned with. That's why when we were told that the executive department is sending a delegation there, syempre natuwa naman kami. I think this Department of Justice is handling that now, which is handling that. Kasi sila rin na may hawak na immigration.
Kailan na nag-send ng delegation doon?
I think, when are they leaving, ma'am? They're leaving anytime. I think that they're leaving anytime. They're on their way there.
Sir, baka meron lang po kayong update on other flood control cases that you're investigating?
Well, there have been many things happening the past few days. Well, we're waiting for the AMLAC, the MAMLC, to file a freeze order on Martin Romualdez. We already endorsed a complaint to them. We're waiting for the Romualdez case to start rolling, or the Romualdez cases to start rolling. And the first case would be about money laundering. Money laundering. Ayun ang iniintay namin na matagal natin iniintay na magsimula na ang paglabas ng mga kasong ito na high level talaga. So, well, Mr. Romualdez was supposed to have a checkup in Singapore, I think. They were trying to ask us to allow him to leave. But because we have a bulletin, a lookout order with immigration about those that who are under investigation, we did not respond favorably to the request that he be allowed to leave. Because, ano yan magkakaroon na naman ng haka-haka at kuro-kuro yan. Mabuti ng, sabi, sana naman, dito lang siya magpa-check up. Kasi naman, magagaling naman ang doktor natin dito. Actually, they were burning the lines yesterday and up to this morning. But ako, I held my ground. Sabi ko, when you join government, you already surrender your right to travel, especially to another jurisdiction, especially if you're under investigation.
Kailan sana siya magbiyahe sa Singapore?
Today, dapat. Hindi namin siya pinaalis, hindi namin pinayagan na ma-lift yung bulletin niya, kasi nga, naka-lookout order because we've been investigating him actively. Baka hindi na bumalik we don't want that to happen.
Sinabi po ba yung kung ano sakit na ipapagawa?
Well, siguro heart, sugar, diabetes, heart, usual diseases of our generation and our kind of work.
Sir, nabanggit niyo po kasi si former Senate President Escudero din before. Ano po yung development?
Active pa rin ang investigation. We will be conducting a PI soon. One thing I can tell you. I was in the briefing yesterday of the case build-up and yes, I was in the briefing yesterday of the case build-up and it's going well. The papers are being, the theories are very strong and the papers are being prepared as we speak. So the complaint will soon be on the stage of preliminary investigation.
Sir, may freeze order po ba for Senator Escudero?
We will get there also. Papunta rin tayo dyan. Kasi dito nung nagkaroon ng 30 Tamarind transaction, we took it from there to start investigating that money angle already. Kaya, one of the active cases right now is money laundering. Yun ang talagang pinupush namin sa AMLAC na ma-resolve kagad para ma-freeze natin ang funds. Ano yan, mabigat kasi yan. You'll find out later on pag pwede na namin ilabas ng detalye.
Ombudsman, related pa rin to dun sa pinakaunang case involving Romualdez tsaka kay Escudero, yung money laundering case.
Hindi, iba pa to. This is different. Iba na naman to. This is different.
Pero still related to the flood control scandal.
Probably. But it's related to corruption and money laundering.
So,
I mean, corruption is a predicate crime that's attached to money laundering.
so clear na iniimbestigahan po ngayon si former House Speaker for
Yes,
alleged
yes.
corruption and
For money laundering. Yeah. Kaya, ang sinisik namin, magkaroon ng ma-freeze order para mapangalagaan natin yung mga dapat yung mga salapi na dapat pag-aari ng bayan. Yun po yung ating hinahabol dito.
Okay. Tapos, Ombudsman, you mentioned kanina na kapag nakabalik dito si Zaldico, isasama nyo siya to explain matters still under investigation.
Oh yes, meron pa kami iba.
Ano yung mga issue na ito? Bukod sa flood control.
Iba to. Flood control. Pati yung main case. Yung main case of plunder, conspiracy to commit plunder. Kasama siya dyan sa main case. Na kasama rin, yun nga, former speaker tsaka former Senate President.
So malaking tulong po talaga kapag nakabalik na dito si Zaldico to shed light on this.
To shed light, or if that is not gonna shed light, to listen to his denial. Dalawa lang naman yan. Diba? Kung aakuin niya o tatanggi niya. Kung aakuin niya, di sabihin niya kung ano nangyari. Kung itatanggi niya, di sabihin niya kung anong depensa niya.
Sir, when do you expect the fees order from AMLA to take effect?
Well, very soon. Kasi nga, we want it filed already. Yan ang aming pinupush talaga ngayon. We expect it to be filed by tomorrow. So, give or take a few days for the Court of Appeals to act on our request. Siyempre, hindi madaling kalaban yan, sasabihin ko sa inyo. Lahat ng pinakamahaling abogado ay nakuha na nila para depensahan sila. Pero kami rito, naniniwala kami na nandito kami sa side ng batas at sa side ng taong bayan.
Sir, dun sa paalam niyo na magpapacheck up sa Singapore, may nabanggit ba supposedly kung gaano siya kahaba mawawala sa Philippines?
5 araw yata hinihingi. Kaya lang, syempre nga, ang problema dyan, para namang sobrang coincidental na nahuli si Zaldico sa Europe, bigla siyang aalis. Baka mamaya, wala na tayo mapanghawakan dito sa bansang ito. Lahat ng ating nais pasagutin, mawala na lang sa ating jurisdiction. Nag-iingat lang po tayo. Pinag-iingatan natin ang karapatan ng ating bayan din. May karapatan din tayo mga Pilipino na sabihin sa kanya, wag muna umalis. Okay na?
Sir, thank you.
Okay. Marami na kayo story. Marami story, ano?